What is up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the chronically charismatic Dr. Disaster, and things are absolutely spiraling out of control for Ubisoft to the point that they have now delayed the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows all the way to February. I recorded a whole video talking about the rumor that this would happen, and now the rumor has turned out to be true.
I'm ruined. I have nothing left.
You have done that yourself!
All of the problems going on with this game and with Ubisoft at large are self-inflicted wounds, stemming from the fact that these idiots keep choosing to embrace controversy as opposed to shutting the hell up and making games that people enjoy. And now, the November 12th launch date for Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting pushed back, which the rumors were saying would happen after they pulled out of all of the press previews that were scheduled to take place in the next week or so. Insider Gaming first reported on this, explaining that it wasn't just the Tokyo Game Show that Ubisoft was pulling their Assassin's Creed Shadows exhibition from. They were pulling out of all these press previews, essentially running away from their responsibility to market their own game. And that didn't make sense, because of course they're gonna market it, so that move only made sense if there was going to be a delay. And now, the stock price of Ubisoft is absolutely cratering, as we have learned that yes, Assassin's Creed Shadows is being delayed. At the time of this recording, they have seen a roughly 11% drop so far after Ubisoft announced this delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows out of sheer cowardice. Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to give me a follow on Twitter or X or whatever people want to call it these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account for your reference. My handle on the platform is Dr. Disaster 1. Anyways, let's look at this Ubisoft situation. Things are getting completely out of control. As we covered yesterday, they put out that collectible toy for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they got hammered for it because it is being seen as disrespectful to Japanese culture. Intentionally disrespectful, I might add, because the symbolism of damaging Japanese culture is so on the nose that it feels like it can't be a coincidence. We talked about how they're pulling out of the Tokyo Game Show, which is crazy considering that it was happening a month and a half before the announced release of their first Japanese Assassin's Creed game. This would have been the perfect opportunity to show the game off to the Japanese people. You know, the same culture of people that this New York Times article here claimed last week were just totally in love with the game. But it turns out that they were, and they are, entirely full of shit. Not only are they canceling their Tokyo Game Show exhibition, not only are they canceling all their press previews, they also have gone ahead and delayed the game until next year. This is pure desperation. Clearly, they are hoping that all the controversy dies down. I sincerely doubt they will try to reimagine the game or anything like that. One could hope that they would go out of their way to make people actually happy with what's going on here. You could hope that they would attempt to tackle the complaints that the Japanese gamers and just gamers in general have had for this game. You could hope that they would remove Yasuke from the title, but I doubt it. This looks to me more like a controlled burn type situation. They're hoping they can let their stock price gain some steam before releasing the video game and letting the bad sales numbers that will inevitably happen drop the stock price again. So yeah, I think that them pushing the release date back is so they can ride out the storm, so to speak, and wait for these criticisms of the game to die out. But financially, I don't know how this is possible. They aren't in a great financial situation at the moment. You see, Ubisoft was absolutely banking on 2024 being their big year. Between Skull and Bones, Star Wars Outlaws, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, they were supposed to be making big money. Last year, they operated at a loss of damn near €500 million, and it was all in preparation for these three major titles. Everything that they lost in the years prior were being justified because this year, 2024, was supposed to be a big one, and this entire first half of the decade has been running on a loss as they prepared for what was supposed to be this banner year for them. But Skull and Bones and Star Wars Outlaws have been absolute flops. Skull and Bones, as you may remember, was supposedly the first quadruple A game. They bragged about it big time, and yet it sold like shit, to the point that I have seen this game being sold as low as $10. So already it's at a massive discount, and I expect Star Wars Outlaws will get the same treatment. By Christmas time, in order to shore up their bank accounts, I will bet that Outlaws will get a massive discounted price. They need the cash. But I'll say this, on the one hand, I do completely understand why these nincompoops decided to push Assassin's Creed Shadows back to February. The thing is, Assassin's Creed Shadows simply cannot be a failure for Ubisoft. They cannot allow it to fail. Not only will it be optically poor, considering that an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan should be the easiest win in history, but financially, it has to succeed. It has to. That's about the only thing that will stem the bleeding from the massive drain on their stock value. And if it fails as hard as Outlaws, then Ubisoft is cooked. So this tells us that the New York Times article, where they quoted the former Sweet Baby consultant saying that Japanese people actually love this game, yeah, this confirms what we already knew. They were full of it. And I can guarantee they're just trying to wait out the negative PR surrounding this game, which is an exercise in futility if you ask me. They are being cowards and they are being fools, because honestly, as I've said a million times, this is all self-inflicted. These are unforced errors. They should have just played it straight. They didn't need to put Yasuke in the game. They could have just invented a fictional Japanese character for the game and actually put in some honest-to-goodness research to make sure they were staying true to the culture of ancient Japan. And they could have kept out all the LGBT stuff that's being rumored to be in the game, and this would have been a home run, slam dunk, but no. Instead, they decided to virtue signal and preach, but the modern audience isn't big enough to support this shit, which is amazingly clear at this point. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your mockery of this very stupid company in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.